the 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Memphis Grizzlies at their home, FedEx Forum. And guys, for the Grizzlies, the goal tonight is clear: figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency, see if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is just getting more and more athletic. All the off-season training and all the nutrition and things, guys are more athletic. I don't know if they're better players, but they're much more athletic. And already we've seen some jaw-dropping highlights.
More athletic than when you played?
Without question, but they're not better players, not better skilled players, but they definitely – it's like you think about this. In archery, do you have to be athletic?
I don't know. Ask Shaq. He's the archer.
And when you do your archery, do you have to be athletic?
Yes, because I shoot with my toes.
Well, there it is. End of my point.
I'm glad that you asked Shaq. Whatever.
I do.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Hart. We're at the home of the Grizzlies, the FedEx Forum in beautiful Memphis, Tennessee. And, of course, Matt Barnes. He won't be an option for them.
You know, what the trade means to me, guys, is they think some of their younger players are ready to spread their wings and take on a little more responsibility. They're going to get more minutes for those guys and allow them to see a little more playing time.
Clearly a forward-thinking deal, you know, and even if his aren't the biggest shoes to fill, it still puts a lot of pressure on your young guys. And let's see if they're ready to fill that void.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Jarrett Bayless is out there with Kendall Marshall. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Noel. And it's Okafor in at the 4. Marshall with it.
And guys, this 76ers team still trying to forge an identity. One thing that is sure, they will attack the basket, and a lot of fearless players on this roster.
Now here's Okafor. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Gasol kicks to Randall. And stolen by Noel. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Marshall. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Marshall's got his second basket of the game.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Well, the 76ers do go at the basket without hesitation. They're fearless, Clark, going inside. Led the NBA last season on points off drive.
Well, you know, I like to say you've got to use what you have. They didn't have many shooters, so that means head down, get to the rim. Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Dave Yeager. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Doris. And the defensive approach, guys, how do you think that'll play out here?
You know, sounds like they'd like to keep this a low-scoring affair. This could be one of those grind-it-out kind of games.
And I'm sure that would suit them just fine. It may not be what the fans want to see or hear, but a win is a win. Come on now. A W is a W, and that's what you're playing for.
Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky's single-game record with 12 in a game, shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And the second free throw, good.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
Now here's Gasol. 8 points his last outing. Back to Conley. Lock at 6. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Noel throws it down.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitations.
Now here's Okafor. Following the miss by Tony Allen. Philadelphia shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch four was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a three. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
Both free throws good for Okafor. So timeout call here. The first for Memphis. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And there's Parsons on the assist by Conley. Parsons got his first points of the game. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Marshall passes to Noel. No good. Some solid defense from Randolph. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Conley kicks to Allen. Nobody near Parsons. Off target from outside. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Houston.
Yeah, it's just hard to make up when you have an inability to make free throws consistently, and that's why they ended up losing.
Yes, sir. I think some doubt started to creep in when they kept missing those foul shots. I mean, you could see them start to shy away from wanting to even go to the line. Pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
There's a screen by Noel. Okafor kicks to Marshall. No good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
They may have wished for more games against them. Definite disparity in talent. We'll see if they take advantage again tonight.
And guys, the Spurs coaching tree extends pretty far these days. Coach Brett Brown, another former member of the Spurs staff, to be leading an NBA team.
Now here is Conley, looking for his first basket still in this one. Parsons dishes to Randolph, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
I think it's been a disappointing year for him at the stripe, guys. I mean, he hasn't been as productive as he was last season from there.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Roten's checked in. The 76ers leading by 3. Kicks to Henderson. And stolen by Parsons. Pushing it up. Here's Roten. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor. Well, Greg, for Brett Brown and the Spurs connection, he was an assistant in San Antonio for 7 years, was really indoctrinated into how the Spurs conducted business, Clark, before coming to the 76ers.
Yeah, he's got an interesting accent, too, a mix of Boston Australian from where he grew up and where he spent a lot of time, but no doubting his passion and his coaching ability. He's good in both.
He was actually a head coach for Australia for a while, an international player. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. Carl Landry's checked in for the 76ers. Jeremy Grant comes in for Gerald Henderson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
And here are the Grizzlies. 9 points in a row. Good run for them right now. And again, Memphis no good. Stolen by Randolph. Gasol passes to Roten. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Memphis.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Embiid, no good.
You know, guys, Memphis walks through the first round against Portland. The second round, a lot tougher against Golden State. They went up 2-1 in that series, but couldn't hold on to that lead.
Conley gets the bucket.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And guys, Memphis would lose 2 of their 3 games at home against Golden State. So things got tough with the Conley injury and missing Tony Allen as well. But they did put up a good fight, ultimately, though, falling in 6 games to the Warriors.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Zach Randolph. And it's Adams in for Mike Conley. And Philadelphia has possession. They trail by 3. Pass to Embiid. Andrew with the screen. They get it back. They need this one. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers performed. 11th in blocks, 17th in steals. And they're in the bottom third as far as fewest turnovers per game. They've got to really do a better job of having everybody concentrate on taking care of the ball.
for Carl Landry. He powered his way through the league a few years back, but somewhere along the line, Clark, his game kind of topped out.
His best season, Kevin, he averaged 18 and 7. I think injuries have been a factor. But last year was down to 7 and 4 his game averages, so he's starting to slide.
And back to Carl Landry, sophisticated scorer, a variety of post moves, a tough guy willing to play through pain, but he just never had the size or explosiveness to dominate. And now that he's getting a little older, that really has become an issue.
He's off on the second.
You know, visiting Carl Landry again here, I mean, he's a roll guy. He shoots a high percentage from the field, from the foul line, gives you a little nasty and edge down low. Yet you can't make him out to be more than he is.
Now here's Roten, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Pass to Landry. And they get it. Embiid kicks to Landry. For three, Stauskas. And Wright pulls it down. Memphis leading by 5. From 11 feet away, shot misses. Stauskas kicks to Landry. He dishes it to Embiid. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Grant against Adams. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Green, the screen. Roten kicks to Clark. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Grant. Here's Stauskas. Adams defending.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
There's the pick. Roten kicks to Clark. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. There's the dish to Roten. Off target with his 3. The 76ers trail by 3. He's covered by Roten. Grant outside. Outside Landry shoots, and it's in off the backboard. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead. Here's Roten. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. It's stolen by Stauskas. Landry kicks to Grant. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Yeah, and as a coaching staff, you feel helpless here. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You just hope they snap out of the rut.
Philadelphia shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. That free throw, no good. Well, the plan has been obvious now, Clark, for a while. The 76ers really loading up on young players, letting them see a lot of minutes, and they're hoping it's going to bear some fruit, as you like to say, coming up.
Exactly, and it will in time because they've accumulated some really nice young talent, Kevin.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And with the 76ers, it's not just on the floor that they have stifled the progress. That they've taken 2 top picks knowing they would sit out a full year just to rehab injuries.
And another miss by Memphis.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Stauskas dishes to Landry. right, sending it back.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Now here's Adams. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Roden kicks to right and uses both hands to jam it in.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building. You know, one thing few people talk about with the Sixers, this plan of building through the draft and with young players, what if it actually works to their benefit? Then it would become a copycat strategy because we know in the NBA, it's a herd mentality if something works.
Timeout called the 76ers. Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roden was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roden put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
The 76ers trail by 3. Over in the corner, Landry. Embiid the screen. Here's Stauskas. Adams defending. Grant the pass to Embiid.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And guys, the Sixers drafted Embiid 3rd overall despite a foot injury that would keep him out all of his rookie season. Came to the Sixers with a back issue out of Kansas. Of course, they knew all this going in.
And Kevin, the Sixers have made an art here lately of drafting players who aren't immediately eligible to play. 2 years ago it was Nerlens Noel who sat out the season with a knee injury. Last year it was Dario Saric who played overseas, and now Embiid.
Embiid drops them both. 1:49 left to play here in the first. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. And with this break, let's bring up the list of the dominant rookie rebounders in the NBA this season. Second is Jahlil Okafor. Third is Joel Embiid.
And these two are having no problems with the physicality in the NBA. Both of them a force to be reckoned with inside.
Tell you what, it's almost impossible, Greg, to keep these young bucks off the glass. So much energy and explosiveness. Really hard to get a body on these guys.
He's covered by Roden. Soft touch off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 1.
You know, regarding Joel Embiid, the foot was not his only injury when he entered the draft. In his one season at Kansas, he battled both back and knee injuries. Obviously, though he's very young, his durability is of some concern.
Now, here's Roden. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And talking about Joel Embiid, there are some who feel the Sixers targeted guys in the draft last year who couldn't help them win games. One wonders at what point does it become anti-competitive.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
And Roden drops them both.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Now, here's Marshall. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. Okafor dishes to Bates. And he gets it to go.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And Okafor with the block. The shot by Carter, nobody around. On the 3 off target. The 76ers leading, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Bayless gets to Okafor. To the wing right side. Grant gets a wide open look on the 3 off target. And for Memphis, they're shooting 40% here in the early stages. Now here's Roden. He's guarded closer. Knocks down the 3 ball. Roden's got 9 points. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Memphis out in front, up 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
A lot of times, the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
Memphis leading. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Handoff is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. And it's Parsons in at the small 4.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
And Marc Gasol, surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marc Gasol now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Info and entertainment. Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. No good. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Parsons for 3, and he gets it to go. Parsons got his second bucket of the night.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Bayless kicks to Anderson. Picked by Okafor to the paint. Here's Bayless. That ball. Great assist by Marshall.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Randolph a screen. Conley left side. Inside, Parsons. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Right through the D for the layup. Allen's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And the basket good. Noel's got 5 now. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Outside Conley. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Dishes it to Gasol. No luck, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's Marshall, and it's blocked by Conley, and he recovers it. Marshall passes to Henderson. Over to the wing. Okafor kicks to Henderson. Just 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to go. Gasol with the defensive effort. Grizzlies have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Allen, that's good.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Marshall dishes to Okafor. Now, here's Marshall, defended by Allen. Here's Bayless. Sinks the three-pointer. Bayless has got 5 points now in the quarter. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Left side, Randolph. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
And Marshall kicks to Okafor. There's a screen by Noel. Henderson with it. Conley picks him up. Inside. Goes up on the block. And it's Noel missing.
You know, Dave Yeager, the coach for the Grizzlies, has really become a big-name coach quite quickly. You know, he's worked his way up the Memphis coaching ladder and has had a ton of success early on in his career.
Here's Bayless, finished off the break. Now it's just a 3-point Memphis lead.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Parsons outside. Gasol, a screen on Henderson. Allen dishes to Conley. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Left side, Randolph. Wide open look. Henderson pulls it in.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Bayless kicks to Marshall. Beyond the arc. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And the success we've been mentioning with Coach Dave Yeager. He was the 2nd fastest active coach to get to 100 wins.
And Kevin made his way in terms of coaching, started in the D-League and other minor leagues before becoming an assistant with the Grizzlies, and really was the architect, if you will, of the defense that his team is so well known for. He's done a lot for this franchise and looks to be on track to become their winningest coach ever.
Noel sets a screen for Okafor. Bayless's shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Parsons passes to Gasol. He feeds it to Conley. Free throw line jump shot. Randolph missing again.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And Noel kicks to Okafor. And the call will be against Chandler Parsons. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Roten's checked in for the Grizzlies. And Philadelphia has possession. Feeds to Grant. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by Michael Conley. Up top, Roten. He's got 9. He's covered by Roten. It's tipped and stolen by Roten. And here we go. Roten heading to the hoop. Got a piece of it. The 76ers trail by 5. Embiid the screen. Here's Stauskas. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
And when you've got that much of a size advantage on your defender, that's how you take advantage of it.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Zach Randolph. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Parsons. And it's Adams in for Mike Conley. Free throw good, Stauskas. The 76ers didn't lie to themselves about last season, Greg. They knew they weren't going to be in the playoffs. They spent a lot of time last season developing their young players.
Exactly. And listen, the third straight year the Sixers would miss the playoffs. But as you said, Kevin, they knew what the season had in store. The key was, could they keep those young guys focused on growth and experience and not get caught up in the fact that they struggled to win games.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And it's clear for the Sixers, the plan has been to continue to add good young players. Eventually, I think they'll be a force in the East. There's no guarantee, but they've got a plan and they're sticking to it.
Grizzlies have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second.
A lot of teams that win a title often have a former #1 pick leading the way, or at least a top 3 NBA draft pick as their leader. So the 76ers are trying a shotgun approach to that, trying to get as many top 3 picks as they can, hoping one turns into the next superstar.
And again, Memphis no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. No one near Landry as he lets it go. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Carter dishes to Wright. Shot left blocked. Changes up. Oh, that's blocked. The feed to Stauskas. Passes it to Embiid. He kicks to Grant. It's stolen by Carter. Here's the break. Here's Adams. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists in the game.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
The pass to Embiid. Grant, right side. Embiid inside. He's covered by Roten. Clock at 4. Embiid, the pass to Grant. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Memphis leading by 4. Here's Roten. 9 points in the game so far. The kick out to Wright. The drive by Green. Green with a screen on Grant. 6 to shoot. Carter inside the three-point line and misses it off the right side of the rim. Kicks it to Stauskas. Here's Embiid. Carter with the block. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. One bit of news for the Grizzlies last year is that they acquired a single affiliation deal with a Clark, a D-League team, which you think is going to help them.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that team is the Iowa Energy. They're a sole partner now with the Iowa Energy. Good move by the team in what is becoming a growing trend in the NBA.
First one falls for him.
And for Memphis and the D-League, they made the most of it. Sent 3 players for a total of 14 assignments with the Energy. And that's how you make the most of an affiliate.
Both shots good from the strike.
You know, considering the Grizzlies and their D-League partnership, It really makes sense for the franchise. Memphis has always been a place where they grow their own talent. A lot of good players have come out of Memphis. Not a lot of big names signed in free agency by the Grizzlies.
Timeout called the 76ers. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
The 76ers trail by 6.
As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Roden kicks to right. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And that's a foul called on Nick Stauskas. That is his first foul of the game.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Carter left side. True on the 14-footer. Carter's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Here's Stauskas. 5 points in the game. Ranger with the screen. Pass to Stauskas. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Roden dishes to Adams. The shot from the low post is good. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
A minute 42 left here in the second. He's covered by Roten. Shot clock at 5. For 3, Stauskas. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Roten, the pass to Adams. And he overshot that one, missing. The 76ers trail by 8. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Stauskas. Shot is off. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Looking ahead to their next and playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Philadelphia's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. He's covered by Roten. Grant kicks to Stauskas. And stolen by Wright. And here is Roten. He's got 11. A 3 ball. Here's Green. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Stauskas dishes to Grant. And the layup's good off the glass. Grant's got his 1st basket of the night.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Now Roten. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. 7 seconds left in the first half. And we've reached halftime in this one. Grizzlies lead by 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was very positive for them. They clearly upped the intensity and upped their lead, finishing the half with an 11-point advantage. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Grizzlies?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. Here's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
Just about time for the 3rd quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. Without question, Tony Roten displaying his skills today.
I tell you what, it's a pleasure to watch him when he's at the helm, because in that first half, offensively, he was in a zone.
It sure is a treat to watch him, guys. I mean, everything's been running through him, and he's doing a fantastic job keeping the offense clicking on all cylinders.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, Henderson out there with Okafor. And it's Kendall Marshall. And it's Jared Bayless. And it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint. The 76ers trail by 13. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Mark Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
Jumps up, and then Okafor slams it in.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
To the inside, here's Conley. Clark, thinking back to when Mike Conley was drafted 4th back in the 2007 draft, 4th overall. He wasn't an instant star, but he has gotten better every season.
Yeah, it took him a little while. I mean, he was only a freshman coming out of college back in 2007. A slow start. He had to fight for minutes, grind away. The Grizzlies kept trying to get his replacement, it appeared, but he stayed the course, and now he's their franchise point guard.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Conley drops them both. The 76ers trail by 13. Bayless the pass to Marshall. He dishes it to Okafor. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Henderson can't hit. And Memphis the other way now.
You think back Grizzlies contemplated trading Mike Conley early on in his career, and I tell you what, aren't they glad that cooler heads prevailed? I mean, his rise has helped propel them to one of the top teams in the Western Conference.
And Marshall kicks to Noel. There's the dish to Marshall. To the right side. Okafor with no one around. And the basket good. A bank shot that time.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Here's Randolph. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Noel's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Marshall with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Henderson kicks to Noel. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now Parsons pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And so it's Memphis with it. Here's Randolph. No luck. Excellent D there from Okafor. The 76ers trail by 13. Bayless dishes to Okafor. Here is Bayless. He's got 9. Okafor, the pass to Henderson. And that one is hammered home.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today? And, guys, one thing you sometimes gets lost. I mean, Mike Conley is a proven winner. Remember, you go back in high school, won 3 state titles, and the one season at Ohio State led them to the national title game. So that aspect of what he brings, the intangibles, you're going to be a winner if Mike Conley's on your roster.
Timeout called the 76ers. And for Mike Conley, growing up, he played on some tremendously talented teams. Guys like Greg Oden, Josh McRoberts, his teammates.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he never had to really look for his own offense to win games with those kind of players around him. He came into the league more focused on setting up his teammates, and that's what he does well.
The 76ers trail by 13. Now, here's Marshall. He has 7. Henderson kicks to Okafor. Henderson against Parsons. Just 4 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Bayless's shot is off.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Nice shot by Randolph.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And Marshall kicks to Okafor. There's a screen by Noel. Okafor sets the pick for Marshall. In the corner, Henderson with it. It's rebounded by Memphis. Parsons outside. Looking for Allen. He gets it there. Gasol from down in the low post. It goes. Gasol's got 7 points.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Henderson.
Here is Bayless, over by Conley. Okafor dishes to Marshall. Noel wide open. He fires. And he can't bank that one in. Allen drives in. It's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 6th assist on the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
There's a screen by Noel. Parsons against Henderson.
Blocking foul. Zach Randolph. That's his 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Okafor, the pass to Bayless. To the left wing. Here's Marshall. Another miss by Philadelphia. And the Grizzlies leading by 19 points. Here's Gasol. And the shot no good, a bit short. 76ers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Henderson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Henderson's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense was lax right there, and he's able to make them pay.
Well, Memphis loves the grit and grind mentality of this Grizzlies team. We all know that. They are at their most fearsome, I think, right here in the Grindhouse.
No doubt about it. Some names just stick, and everyone here knows when you say Grindhouse, you're talking about the FedEx Forum. Memphis is so strong in this building.
Allen with it. Guarded now by Marshall. Allen kicks to Conley. Back to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Here's Gasol. Dishes it to Randolph. That's tipped. Henderson with it. He has 5. Gasol with the steal. Parsons on the wing. To the middle. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Well, I tell you, last year, guys, the Grizzlies lived up to the nickname of the Grindhouse. Top 5 defense here at home, and a lot of close wins that could have gone either way, but they grinded them out.
Okafor. Noel trying to break loose, and it's Okafor missing.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
And those close wins and that blue-collar attitude is really what helped Memphis get to a 31-10 record here at home. I mean, good for 2nd-best home record in that very tough Western Conference.
Some excellent numbers in this one for Allen. He's got 11 points and 2 steals as well.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Brandon Wright's checked in for Gasol. Jermichael Green comes in for Zach Randolph. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And Roten subbed in for Mike Conley. Embiid the screen. Down low, here's Landry, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his 2nd personal foul.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
Jordan Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
He's covered by Roten. To the paint. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Carter. It's blocked. Embiid is at the elbow. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Memphis?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Grant, right side. And Wright pulls it down. Wright's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that's a foul called on Nick Stauskas. That's foul number 2 for him. Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
They get it again, and it's denied. Here's Stauskas. He's got 7. Sinks the triple. 5 points in the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
To the inside, out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Carter. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 19 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at his skill set, and I think it's just a matter of time before he commands a bigger presence on this team.
Well, he has the tools. He just needs to sharpen them up. But to this point, it hasn't quite all come together for him.
Out to the right wing. And stolen by Roten. Right side, Green. To the inside, Adams. It's tipped. Philadelphia with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Grant dishes to Landry. He feeds it to Stauskas. The 10-footer. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Stauskas has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the 76ers.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they've played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for them. We'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Down low, here's Wright. And Embiid with the block. And they get it back.
Well, here we can get a look at Memphis and what kind of numbers they put up these last 10 games. 6th in free throw percentage. 10th in opponent shooting percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in blocks. That's pretty good. Not too bad.
Yeah, and getting back to their free throw percentage, you know, it might seem like a small thing, but sometimes it's those little things that can put a team over the top.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
And he makes the first.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
That one misses. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Stauskas. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league. And by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
Just 3 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. Adams' shot is off.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
And a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
And, you know, the Sixers did end with the lowest field goal percentage in the league. Shot just under 41% on the season. Easily put them in last place, and you can't win if you shoot that poorly.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
No good on the free throw.
And guys, you would have hoped the 76ers would have improved over the course of the season, but really their shooting got worse after the All-Star break, dropping below 40%.
Good on the second free throw. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. It's stolen by Stauskas. Here's Landry. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Landry's got 5 points so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the 76ers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
The 76ers trail by 7. He's covered by Roten. Landry with the screen. For 3, Stauskas. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
1:03 left in the third. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Roten. And that one's good. Roten's got 13 points.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
Greg, they might have the lead, but what they don't have is the momentum right now. So that was a big basket for them.
And stolen by Wright. And here we go with Adams running it up the court. Carter down low. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Well, you have to respect the way Vince Carter has just aged gracefully. A superstar in his day, Clark. You knew his game so well. Even in his late 30s, he's still getting it done.
He's got a lot that he brings to the table still, Kevin. I mean, not just to score. He can pass, defend, rebound, and not to mention his veteran leadership and savvy.
And also, guys, Vince Carter is tireless in what he calls his old man workouts. I mean, keeping his body healthy and up to the challenge of the long NBA season. Not to mention holding on to some of that bounce from his younger days. Every now and then, he'll give us a little taste of Vinsanity. And VC in the second year of a 3-year deal, you know, he struggled to make shots last season. We'll see if this proves to be a bounce-back season for him.
Henderson, no good.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And here is Rote. 13 points in the game. Wright with a screen on Henderson. Here's Roten. No good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 8. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports.
Check it out.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The 76ers trail by 8. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Handoff is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. And it's Parsons in at the small forward position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Marshall passes to Noel. Shot clock at 6. Noel sets a screen for Henderson. And Gerald Henderson is going to pick up that foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
A bit over-eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. No good from Gasol. The 76ers shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And out of bounds is Memphis gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Grizzlies shooting 39% from the floor at their best. To the middle, here's Randolph. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And that's 11 points for Zach Randolph.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
There's a screen by Noel. And Marshall kicks to Henderson. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Michael Conley. Marshall with the steal. Feeds to Okafor. Here's Noel. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
You know, you don't like the foul, but if the alternative is giving up a dunk, it's an easy choice to make. I think it sets a tone for your defense around the rim. Make them earn it.
The first free throw is good. Last season, the first season of action for Nerlens Noel, officially a rookie after sitting out the 2014 season. He looked good, and he got better as the season was going on.
A great point. I think that year off really helped him grow as a player. Coming into the draft when he came out, he was a guy who I thought had one of the most unbelievable motors I had ever seen. And you know what? Everything he was hyped up to be, he lived up to on the defensive end.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
The feed now to Bayless. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Allen dishes to Randolph. Gasol against Okafor. It's Gasol missing.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Henderson passes to Noel. He kicks to Marshall. Passes it to Bayless. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Okafor. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
That's his second.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too. Check out the game for Okafor. He has 8 points and some assists too. How about 3 of them? He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
Parsons sets a screen for Conley, and the pass to Parsons. Fires for 3. It's in there. Conley with the assist. And that's 10 points for Chandler Parsons.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
The 76ers trail by 12. Now Marshall. And Noel throws it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style.
Oh!
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. To the paint, here's Gasol. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Marshall kicks to Anderson. Picked by Okafor. Noel down low. He's up against Gasol. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined.
All right now, gentlemen.
That's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
And that one falls for Henderson.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
The 76ers trail by 11. Marshall dishes to Okafor. There's a screen. Kicks it to Bayless. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Henderson. Shoots from 14. No good off the front iron.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Parsons outside. No good on the 3. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Gerald Henderson with the slam.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Outside Conley. Randolph sets a screen for Conley. Lets a floater go, and it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Marshall. The shot will not go. And Memphis the other way now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Conley kicks to Parsons. Gasol a screen to the inside. Randolph. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Okafor's got 8 rebounds in this game. Marshall passes to Bayless. He dishes it to Marshall. He feeds it to Bayless. Pass to Henderson. Good D by Gasol. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. And stolen by Noel. Now the dish to Bayless. And he gets it to go.
Oh, tough play. Boy, did he have to fight to get that one to the rim.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Allen dishes to Conley. 11 feet away. Randolph can't hit. The 76ers trail by 7. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. There's the screen outside Randolph. And the layup falls. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Now here's Marshall. Dishes to Bayless. Feeds it to Okafor. He kicks it to Bayless. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Marshall can't hit.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
That is good.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
And Bayless gets to Okafor. Stolen by Randolph. Conley against Henderson. Here's Allen, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. And now it's a 12-point Grizzly lead. Philadelphia's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's a screen by Noel. Okafor kicks to Noel. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Memphis leading by 10. Marshall with the steal. Out to the wing. Inside. And Noel throws it down.
Oh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
The feed to Randolph. Back to Parsons. Here's Gasol. 6 to shoot. And it's Memphis with another.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Bayless the pass to Okafor. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Zach Randolph. And the first one at the line is good.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Embiid, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. No good on the second free throw. Now we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
To the wing on the left. Here's Bayless. Another miss by Philadelphia.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Stripped away. Passes it to Marshall. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Dave Yeager coaching his team during that break. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Randolph with the ball. Parsons up top. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the left side wing. Okafor kicks to Anderson. Some solid defense from Gasol.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Henderson dishes to Bates. Randolph against Okafor. Fires from deep. And the 76ers get it back. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 13 rebounds. Here's Conley. With the teardrop, that is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Marshall passes to Henderson. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Randolph. Memphis leading by 9. Outside Conley. The pass to Allen. Right side Randolph. Good-looking screen by Gasol. They get the rebound. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Grizzlies.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game would be hotly contested.
It's a long season, and you always need role players to step up and help out, and that was the case here. Everything was working for Tony Allen. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. And there's Kendall Marshall on the assist by Henderson.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges. Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
Scooped up. Here's Grant. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
That's his third personal foul.
The free throw drops for Grant. Well, this one is winding down now. Memphis can watch the clock run out. And here is Rope. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Philadelphia running again. So it's Memphis picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Mark, this team seems to have a rhythm going and building on some great momentum. What's been the key to the success this group is having?
We're working. You know, we sacrificing for each other. I think we're doing a better job on that. And you know, we don't get much practice, but we're getting good work in.
Well, congratulations, Mark. Keep it going. Guys, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Mike Conley. He showed the composure and cleverness that only a longtime veteran could possess. A vintage performance from a very savvy player. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
Conley's got so many things he brings to the team. He controls the flow of the offense like a conductor. Everything starts with him. He's a threat all over the place in transition, on the pick and roll, and especially from three-point range.
He's their floor general, guys, and tonight he showed everyone why he's got the keys to their offense. He was dropping dimes all over the place. A grand total of 14 assists. He was always one move ahead, keeping the defenders on their heels the entire game.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.